Hello and welcome to Launerin's Gamer Score, and welcome to a very special video this week. This week actually sees Launerin's Gamer Score turning 1 year old, so I thought I'd do just a little video just to recap some of the things that we've been over this year, some of the things that I've enjoyed, and some of the things that will be coming up in the year to come, hopefully. So let's jump right in. So first things first, I'd like to talk about some of the games that I've played this year. Well, not this year, but in the year since I started the channel. Things started off a little slow with the channel. It was mainly Fortnite videos and a bit of Overwatch, but it's grown quite substantially with a lot of videos from a lot of different games, some of which I wouldn't normally play, but I felt like I should include in games because they looked interesting, or just because I've always wanted to try them out. So starting point, we'll start with the most recent game that I've played, which is Ace Combat. So as I mentioned in the actual video last week, I've been a fan of the Ace Combat series for many years and was quite looking forward to a new one. It's got the VR functionality. Since that video I have completed the game. The storyline is quite immersive and I really enjoyed playing it, and I'm in the process of playing through it again at harder difficulties because you got to get them trophies. So yeah, other games that I've enjoyed playing this year are Jurassic World Evolution. Again, it's something very close to my heart. I kind of grew up with the Jurassic Park films and things like that. And yeah, I really enjoyed playing that. There's been some new things added into that, well, not recently now, but since I first played it, so I'm hoping to jump back into that at some point and complete all the additional things that are in there. And then, of course, every week we have our Fortnite Friday videos. While I'm not very good at the game itself, I do enjoy playing it. It's just got replayability to it that some of the games just don't seem to have these days. Like, for example, there are some games that you could play to completion and then that's it, you just want to put them down. But because the Battle Royale mode doesn't really have a completion, and it's different every time you play it, to the point where your enemies are always different at least. A couple of things that could be improved about it are just more maps, more variety and things like that. But, you know, we can't ask for the world. It is a free game after all. So, you know, there's these things to consider. So, earlier on in the year I did play a game called Cube, I believe it was called, and I was really enjoying that game and highly recommended it to a few people. But then it got to the later stages and I had a small breakdown and I haven't touched it since. I'm hoping one day to actually finish it off, but it was starting to give me a bit of a headache, and I wasn't enjoying it as much as I was before because it was just starting to get a bit frustrating. But I'd still recommend it to anybody that's got a bit more patience than I have. So a lot earlier on in the year as well saw probably one of the first new games that I featured on the channel, and that was the Dissidia Final Fantasy, which was a fighting game based in the Final Fantasy universe. I really enjoyed that, but as I mentioned with Fortnite, it's one of those games, it's not really a case that I played it to completion. It's more of a case of I started playing it online, and I don't mean to toot my own horn too much here, but it was starting to feel a bit too easy. I don't know whether that was just genuinely because I was really good at the game, or because other people didn't understand the game, or what, I'm not sure. But because of that, I haven't really played that much since either. I suppose the biggest thing that I think has come to the channel relatively recently is the introduction of the VR games that was covered. So we've got the Astrobot game, which I've thoroughly enjoyed playing. I'm still working my way through that. I'm not focusing too much on it. While we are on the subject of VR as well, I'd like to come back to Ace Combat, because the VR on that is sensational. It made me feel really ill. I didn't really enjoy it that much because of me feeling ill, but it's definitely worth it. It was very enjoyable as a game mode, just not for a prolonged period of time. So moving on, Skyrim VR, very close to my heart again. It's a series of games that I've followed for many years. Really been enjoying playing through it again, because I have completed it before, but this is my first time playing through it in VR, and I'm really enjoying playing through that and seeing it in a slightly different perspective, as it were. So that's been quite fun as well, and I'd highly recommend that to anybody that's got the VR and wants a nice long game to play using it. And then I suppose I can't really talk about what's happened in the channel over this year without mentioning Throwback Thursdays, which was introduced as a portion of the channel that lasted a fair few weeks, looking at some of the older games on older consoles, but due to various technical difficulties that we had, we couldn't bring you everything that we wanted to, so we're looking into that and planning on revamping Throwback Thursdays at some point this year and bringing it back and having it as a permanent feature that happens every week without fail, like our videos on a Friday and Saturday, and then hopefully that'll work well and we'll be able to fit it into the schedule throughout the week and it won't be a problem. So since I have mentioned Throwback Thursdays, I should probably mention my co-host. Corapod is still with us, it's just obviously with the technical difficulties that we've been having with Throwback Thursdays and things like that. She hasn't really featured too much, but one of the things that I have really enjoyed is introducing some multiplayer games into the channel and having her play through those with me. We have got some more multiplayer games lined up soon. I'm not sure when they'll be coming to the channel, but we've definitely got some interesting ones coming, so that should be quite fun. And yeah, so that's that. I would actually like to thank her a lot for the work that she's put in, because she has been working hard on the things that she's done for the channel, and it's been really fun working with her. So also coming up this year, I'm hoping to do a lot more new games. I'm hoping to do full-on reviews of some of the games that I play, rather than just play them through a little bit and just tell you what I think based on first impressions. So I should be bringing to the channel soon a proper in-depth review of Ace Combat, which I'm hoping to do soon as well. Now that I've completed it and I know the story, and I can talk about it a little bit more in depth, but there will be a lot of spoilers in that video, just a little heads up. So yeah, also coming out this year, we've got a lot of big games, of really interesting looking games coming, which I'm hoping to look into as well, which hopefully won't be too much of a problem. So that's something that I've got to look forward to going forward. Also, I'm hoping to do more live streams this year, maybe one a month, just as a little bonus in addition to my other videos, or in place of one of the Friday or Saturday videos, but we'll have to wait and see how that pans out timing wise. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all. Like I say, Launerin's gamer score is now 1 year old-ish. We've produced many videos over the last year, and it's been a lot of fun doing it. Hopefully from here on out, the community surrounding Launerin's gamer score will just grow more and more. So I'd like to just thank the people that have supported me in doing this and have helped me with some of the things that I've struggled with. And yeah, I guess all that's left to do is to just thank everyone, really. It's been an interesting experience looking at games from a different perspective, I suppose. Playing games that I wouldn't ordinarily play, like a lot of the indie games as well that I've featured on the channel. The ones that have been free from the App Store, and I've just wanted to show them off and get the word out there for the smaller indie games and things like that. As I've pretty much said numerous times over the last year, we are hoping to bring more consoles to the channel, but that kind of ties in with the technology issues that we were having with some of the footage from the Throwback Thursday videos. But hopefully, like I say, we should get all of that sorted soon, and we will bring you some fresh new content of various different things. So I'm going to leave you now with footage from Ace Combat and a quick run through on Fortnite, and a little bit of gameplay footage from Skyrim as well, I think is in there. So I will leave you with some footage and hope you have a very nice day, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.